The water line busted, so we've had to fix that. And we've had so much going on the farm, it's been absolutely hectic. In fact, out here on this side of the farm where we keep our feeder pigs, but I'm getting ready to move these 6 feeder pigs behind me into this paddock in the woods off to my left over here. I'm going to go in and get set up and started doing that, and then show you around what's going on the rest of the farm today. I did not set up this paddock very well to make it easy for the pigs to move, because they have to come down this road that you see on the left and then make a very sharp, acute 30-degree turn to go into this paddock. I'm going to put the fence up, and then let's go take a look at this paddock so that you can see kind of what kind of trees and stuff that we have in here. As you can see, the pigs are in the paddock now. They're eating their feed. So I'm going to go turn the electric fence on, and as I walk back from the back of the paddock, I'll take you on a tour of what these woods look like. So this is the back of the paddock I'm moving the pigs into. You can see how thick the trees are here. There's hardly any open tree canopy space. And really what I want to do is allow these oaks more space so that they can produce more acorns. I do like having some of the maples, like this one right here. The maples provide an early nectar and pollen source for the beneficial insects. Then you have some of these other variety of oaks, like that thin one there. It's abnormal in this paddock, so I do like having it. Then you've got these sweet gums like that one with a split trunk there that just take up space. So I have started thinning out these paddocks to allow more light for the trees that I want to prefer. But frankly, it takes so much time and energy that I don't do nearly as much of that. I've got 90 acres of woods here that I'd eventually like to raise pigs in. This section has 10 acres in this paddock that the pigs are in right now, is only 3/4 of an acre to an acre in size. And thinning out the front third or half of it was really took a day or so with somebody else helping me last summer. So realistically, I know that of the 10 acres in this paddock and other 6 acres of woods that I currently have fenced in, it may take me years to actually thin it out the way that I want to. But I'm just doing a little bit at a time, especially as I need wood chips for the training pen paddock. We'll need a lot more wood chips in there in the next few months. As I'm thinning out the deadfall, I make biochar. You can see the charcoal here, and I dump the charcoal into the training pen and mix it with a compost. And when it finishes out, I'll broadcast it out into the pastures, and it'll do really well. This is the front part of the paddock, and you can tell that it's much thinner. You can tell where I've cut a lot of the gums and smaller oaks to make more canopy space for some of these larger oaks that are nut-bearing age, and they're regrowing. Hopefully the pigs will gnaw on them some, but I can always come through here with the tractor or something. Probably what I'll do is I'll start feeding the pigs around a lot of these stumps that are starting to resprout, and they'll make it more difficult for those trees to grow and to thrive well. Unfortunately, I do not have water lines installed down here, so I have to actually haul water in these 275-gallon totes, and then I fill up the individual water troughs using a float valve. I've got another video on that, but essentially, when I first put pigs in here like this, I fill the water tanks up quickly, and then it's a gravity-fed float system where the water fills up. I had the water meter installed from the road last fall. Unfortunately, I had a water line break, and so I have not been able to get water access out here easily. I have fixed it. I accidentally dug this trench too deep with the backhoe, but I extended it over here so that it'd be safer. So now though, let's go back and take a look at the paddock, what the pigs are doing in there, and what kind of forage is actually in the paddock for the pigs. Pigs have been in the paddock now for about an hour. They've had their water. They finished that little bit of feed, and now they're grazing in the front part of this paddock. This side is toward the west, so it's still shaded. You can see that directly above me there's really no trees. So right here it's an open area, and it'll get hot later in the day, but for the first half of the day though, it is quite cool right here. The pigs are grazing on various grasses. They're rooting up the leaves and mulching materials that were left over there. I suspect that I'll leave the pigs in here for 3 or 4 weeks. There are not a whole lot of pigs. Really, this paddock would be better off if I had 75 to 150 pigs in here for about a week. But if I leave the pigs in here much over 4 or 5 weeks, it can create some negative pest cycles. So the pigs are taking a nap now in the paddock. They've grazed, they've eaten a little bit of feed, and they are ready for a nap. It's about 10 o'clock and it's 80, 85 degrees. It's supposed to be in the mid-90s today. One thing that I wish the pigs over here would eat are these briars and brambles that you see right here. Briars and brambles have a large nut that stores a lot of energy for them, so they can go a long time without food or water resources, and then they'll send up shoots and go again. And it takes a lot of persistent grazing to actually kill them. And what'll happen is animals can defoliate them, but if we keep defoliating them summer after summer after summer, eventually the nuts on these briars will grow out their energy resources, trying to continue to grow more leaves so that they can produce more energy. The pigs over here on this side of the farm, the Mangalitses, they just don't eat briars. They've never learned to, but our new Berkshires, they do, and they'll keep defoliating them. So in an ideal world, we'd have the Berkshires over here teaching these pigs how to eat the brambles. So far that has not happened, but in this paddock I've got 10 acres of woods right here, divided into 4 paddocks. And then across Crawfish Road, where that feeder is, where I just moved the pigs out of, there's about 5.5 acres of woods that are fenced in. And there's a lot of briars and brambles there. So the pigs are going to be over in this paddock next. You can see that there's a lot of downed dry trees, partially from where I've thinned it out, but mostly just trying to get in so that I could get in here with a tractor or whatever equipment that I needed to set up fences and to put in water and feeders for the pigs when they're in here. But I could easily get a set of biochar to burn right here. May try to do that another day, but it would make a lot of this a good bit easier to move around in and to clean it up a little bit more. Most of our recent videos have been on cover crops in the fields and all, but I do hope that this little update on our pig paddock in the woods is something that you found a little bit interesting. If you did, I'll try to do a few more in the future. Until next time, take care, hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching.